We have been dealing with this dementia situation for about 10 years, but in the last year, things have declined rapidly.
My husband was hospitalized for 19 days and needed to have home care when he came home. He needed nursing care and speech therapy.
My grandmother was the first hospice patient in Frankenmuth in 1936.
It came to a point where I could not leave the house. He could not be left alone, so that was when I decided that it would be best to explore what the options were as far as in-home care.
Every one of the people that I go into their homes and help them, there's some reason that there's something special, there's something reaching out that somebody needs to notice and see, and I try to find that little thing.
Bonnie's totally amazing with David. You know, I think when you've been married for so many years, you just become comfortable in a routine and you don't think of different things to do. And she has managed to get him involved in things that I can't even get him involved in.
Today we were looking at our Wild West book, though we go through that every week. Then we were looking at pictures of Arizona, because he lived in Arizona once and so did I. So we had that in common. And then we went for a bike ride, and we always take Zach potty 2 or 3 times.
I know their personality. When I go out to meet the client, I get to know their personality and we match them up, because that's very important, that they have a relationship, that they both have the same likes and have things to talk about. Reminiscing is a very important thing, companionship is an important thing, and so the personal assistants are, you know, that person is the most important person when they walk in that door.
They tell me stories, wonderful stories of what life is like, what their life has been like, what they've been through, what they've done, and I enjoy that. I just love to reminisce. Just little things sparkle in their eye.
Now that we have Bonnie coming in to stay with him, I can leave the house, refresh myself, you know, to have some time alone, and I don't feel guilty anymore. I feel very comfortable knowing that he's safe and being well taken care of.
I go into homes and help people who need rides, who need meals, companionship, house cleaned, showers, all kinds of personal cares.
Lutheran Homes of Michigan has the continuum of care, and we can always meet our clients' needs, from personal services all the way to nursing home. We want people to age in place. That's our goal. And so meeting with family members and meeting with clients and talking to them about their desires, their needs, helps that picture get put together.
Everybody has an opportunity to live their life as enriched as they want it to be. And at Lutheran Home Care, we embrace aging and we embrace the blessings of aging. And we're here to enrich it in whatever way that we possibly can.
With home care, we get to spend a lot of time with each patient, and it's just one person. So you have one-on-one time with that patient and with their family members as well.
They are a trustworthy organization that I felt comfortable having their employees come into our home, and they've been very caring and gracious.
Well, first of all, I like just being home. The hospital's not any place I would recommend, but just the freedom to do what I want when I want.
Being at home is easier for them They have all their normal, natural surroundings around there. They feel like they can manage their medications and someone's not managing it for them. They're on their own schedule, not someone else's schedule, like a hospital schedule or another nurse's schedule or another patient's schedule.
Well, the value of sending him into your home is that, first of all, convenience. It helps you relax. I think that you can achieve more.
When he first came home, he was not very steady on his feet, and he's doing remarkably well. He walks with the nurses, and also he and I take walks, and I have been able to take him out in the car to run errands and that type of thing.
We want to treat people with respect. We don't want them to be another number or another diagnosis. We want them to know that they are a person that we want to take care of and that they're the most important thing to us.
My husband was told he had 1.5 years to live by all the medical experts in bone cancer. But there came a day when he became so ill, he decided he needed more help, and he asked for hospice.
People find a lot of comfort in having the nurses and the aides and the social workers and the pastor. You know, we're a whole team approach, and everybody coming in kind of speaking the same message, giving that support, allowing them to be home.
They did everything to make his quality of life on a day-to-day basis as best as they could. The first day that he was on their treatment, that night, he woke up in the morning. He could not believe he had slept the night through.
My goal of coming into anybody's home for hospice is to be able to teach the patient and teach their caregivers, their loved ones, how to take care of them in the home, so that way they can stay in their home as long as possible. That's their wish. We help do the teaching for the family to provide that gift for the patient to be able to stay home.
The week that my husband was dying, and he was in my home here with hospice, I was reading about my grandmother, and I came to July and I realized I was reading my father's handwriting. She died then on July the 9th, 1936, with all her loving family around her. So this is what hospice is all about, to give you hope. I live each day with God's help, and I can function pretty well yet on my own. My family is a great support, and my friends.
Hi Lois, how are you doing today?
Hi Andrea. My health is complicated. 6 years ago I had blood clots in both lungs. I've been diagnosed with pulmonary hypertension. I also have had, in the last 3 years, 5 stints. I know I will want hospice in my future as far as an ability to take care of myself.
We encourage people to go and do and see all the things that they want to do. You don't have to stay home if you're well enough and able enough, and as much as we can provide the resources for people to be able to go to the grocery store, go out to the movies, go out to dinner.
I was sitting with my legs elevated again, and my grandchildren said I needed to have an iPad. And I said, "What's that?" Grandma, that's just what you need, because you can put it right on your lap, and you can do your emailing, and you can play your games, and you can do lots more. You can even watch movies.
We like to give people hope to live, that no matter what their situation is, no matter what their medical diagnosis is, we don't need to worry about 6, 8, 10 months from now. We worry about today. And what can we do today to make your day better?
That's what makes Lutheran Homes of Michigan so unique, is that every day the most important thing we do is touch people's lives. And here we are.
It's not something to be ashamed of, and make sure that you realize that you can't do it all by yourself, and take whatever help you can get, whether it's from an agency or family or friends.
The faith-based aspect of Lutheran Homes of Michigan is really vital to the organization's existence. Lutheran Homes of Michigan exists to serve people, and that comes out of a command that Jesus gave us to love one another.
We're all God's creation, and He loves each of us. He knows the numbers of hairs on our head, and you're beautiful, and you deserve to be comfortable. Wherever you are, you deserve to not be living with pain every day. So really empowering them.
Very wonderful listeners. Wonderful listeners. These people that are employed by Hospice of Hope are God's angels. And I call them God's angels to this day. They are sent. They are sent for a very special purpose. And I have been very fortunate to have been touched by them.
They provide wonderful care. I just can't praise them enough.
My hope for David is that I can have him stay in our home as long as possible. I know the day will come when I'm not able to handle him at home, even with full-time care. But I think that's down the road a ways, and I think we should have some good years of him still being here with me, and we enjoy life, just a little bit every day as best we can.